Hey friends, welcome back. In this video, I'm sharing something very cool inside of this box. I have been waiting to share this with you. This is probably the most exciting thing I have ever received, and we are going to have so much fun with this. If you have not seen this circulating on social media yet, this is a craft box from the creator of Concord and Ninth. They have done a really cool craft box where inside you can have all these pre-made crafts all ready to go, and I am in love with this idea because for someone who is short on time, it is so nice to have crafts already ready to go. They're already prepped, and all I have to do is simply relax and sit down and create. That is such a refreshing concept. Also, for someone who loves doing Bible study groups and book clubs, I love this idea to do in a group setting. Everything, again, is all ready to go, and all you have to do is invite some friends over, craft, and have fun. I love the idea that there's zero prep, and we just have to have fun. So I'm going to open this for you today. This is their entire box with all of the craft kits all inside. So we're going to have so much fun. When they asked if they could send this over to me to show you, I may have done a very embarrassing happy dance. I'm so excited for this. All right, everything that I am showing you today will be linked down below. I believe you can buy these craft kits as a set like you'll see today, or I believe you can buy them individually if you wanted to host a party with just one craft. All right, let's open this up and see what's inside and get to crafting. Again, zero prep. All we have to do is sit back and relax and create some beautiful things. All right, I'm definitely saving this beautiful ribbon. So let's go ahead and open this up and see what is inside. Oh my goodness, this is so, oh my goodness, it's so pretty. Okay, so inside we have some packages that are all numbered. Should we do them in order? Let's do them in order. Okay, I'm gonna get these all out and then we will start with number 1. Okay, I have all the little packages right behind me and we're gonna start with package number 1 and see what's inside. All right, this is so pretty. I'm gonna keep these little gift tags. They are so beautiful and fun. How fun, and this ribbon. Ah! Okay, and as a reminder, I will link the pre-made crafts down below for you. I am so excited that this is, again, zero prep, and all I have to do is just find the time to sit, light a candle, and have fun. All right, let's open up this first one. All right, so inside, we have our first craft box. Let's turn this over. Open it up. How beautiful would these be for a craft night? You would have all of these little craft boxes ready for your friends. Oh my goodness, these are so cute. Okay, I will be honest, I saw these circulating on social media and this was the craft that sold it for me. I love these. This is a craft where you can create little trees. Now that we have that huge box out of the way, let me zoom in so we can really craft and see all the detail. This is so fun. As you can see, everything is all ready to go. So I believe these may be, oh, it says scan for written and video instructions, which I love. It is very eco-friendly in that way, in that we just can access it digitally and have all of the instructions there. So I'm going to scan the code and get it going. And once I scanned the code, I was able to access all of the kit contents, and also there is a downloadable PDF instruction guide right there. And then we have instructions just right here. All right, let's go ahead and start creating. We're going to open our glue, which I love. We have all of the supplies we need. No searching for things to get started. There's a little stopper inside to keep the glue nice and fresh. So we'll just remove that. I'm gonna do a little tester right here. Good to go. Okay, so there's our little glue and it's all branded and cute. Love that. Okay, now it says we are going to take out our base and we are going to take the dowel, which I assume is this, and glue it right inside the base. So it says to add 1 or 2 drops inside the base. There we go. Gorgeous. These are so beautiful too. And then add our dowel inside. Oh, and that's a nice snug fit. So the quality of this is going to hold up so nice. Okay, and then it says to slide the trunk down the dowel until it rests on the base. So here is our trunk. It was labeled trunk here. So we're going to slide it down and place it right on the base there. Very cute. Now it says to set this aside to dry. So I'm going to set that to the side. And now we're going to grab all of the boughs and we're going to start with the largest, it says, the size 8. There we go. Have all of my boughs. Let's see if I can find, oh, their little numbers are right on here. So we have 5. I'm going to separate those into their sizes. I can move this now. We have 6. Move that off to the side. We have 7 and 8. 8 is what we're going to start with. Move all of these. And then we have another little set of boughs as well, giving us 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, then we have our tree topper, which I'll just leave to the side for a little bit. All right, we also have these little spacers as well that we're going to use. Okay, now we're going to gently curl the ends of each bough to add a little bit of texture and realism, and then we are going to start putting them on our pole. Okay, oh, that's nice and thick. I was trying to separate that, and that is 1 piece of paper, so that shows you how high quality these are. Okay, so I am going to just take my little bone folder that I have with my little score board for card making. You can use anything. You could probably even use a pencil, just anything that you can kind of help curve. It's almost like you're curling a ribbon. And this is up to you on how much or how little you want to do. I'm going to have it be somewhat like that. And then what it wants me to do is do 2 at a time. So I'm going to do 2. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm just giving a slight bend. Then I'm going to stagger them. That way it looks nice and full. So now I have 2. They're looking nice and kind of curved there. I'm going to grab this and I'm going to place them right on down. It then says, let's see if I can get that on there. Hold on, maybe I need to do one at a time. Hold on. These are going to be nice and snug. So once they're on there, oh wow, okay. I'm loving this. Again, this is the craft right here. When I saw this circulating on their social media, I was like, I'm in for this craft alone. I want this so bad on my mantle. Okay, then we're going to take a spacer and we are going to place the spacer right on the dowel. Okay, this is going to give us a little bit of space in between our boughs. Then we're going to do another 2, and I'm going to do this in fast motion so that you can see this come together but not have to wait in real time like I will. So I'm going to do 2 more at a time, and it says you're going to continue the pattern of 2 boughs, 1 spacer until all 8 boughs of that size are used. I'm adding the last one and then another spacer, and then I think I'm gonna grab my instructions. I think this is where the topper comes in. Okay, so this is how I am understanding it. So here's our tree so far. Doesn't that look so realistic? I love this. Okay, so we're gonna place the topper on just like that. We're going to place a little bit of glue on the dowel, just a little bit, so that this can slide on and then kind of be permanent. Okay, now what we're gonna do, I think, is glue the tips together. So I'm gonna do them a couple at a time. Bring these up and glue And I'm just gonna hold those into place. And not because the liquid glue isn't working, but because I have so many boxes to open for you today, so I want just a quicker way to finish this up so we can move on. Is I'm gonna glue these two pieces together, kind of overlap them like that. Let's see if I can tilt that and show you. And then I'll just keep gluing pieces together so it makes a little pointed top there. Okay, so adding a little hot glue. Grabbing the little bow tip next door and gluing those together, okay? And hot glue is just instant, so that's why I'm going to do this. Then I'm going to just continue adding the sides to the little tip here. And the last one right here. Okay, and then it is all done. Okay, the first craft is done. I'm gonna see if this will go ahead and focus, but look how realistic that looks. It's so pretty. I love that. I think that's so fun. Again, this was when I saw this on social media, I was like, I want this so bad because it looks so quality. It looks like you purchased it in the store and you're able to sit down and relax and create it yourself. So I love pieces of decor around my house that when people come and ask, where did you get that? I can say I made it. And this is so fun. All right, let's go ahead and grab box number 2 and see what's inside. Box number 2. Inside box number 2 is Winter Pine Room Spray. Oh my goodness, that is so fun. So a little gift. Oh my goodness, it smells amazing. Box number 3. Okay, it looks like another craft box. I can tell by the beautiful colored box. Okay, so inside this one, it says Woodland Reindeer. Ooh, that sounds fun. Go ahead and open that up. And here we go. Oh my goodness. Oh, I love these. These are so fun. And look at the beautiful gold color. Very pretty. All right, now I don't think, well, here we are. Scan for written and video instructions, but honestly, I don't know that you need to at all. I've made similar things like this with my kiddos so many times that I think I'm okay without the instructions. I'm also going to grab my hot glue. That way I can make these permanent and they won't fall apart later. All right, so we have our large, medium, and small reindeer. How this is going to work is you're going to grab the reindeer body. What I'm going to do is simply add a little, actually, where will I do the little drop of glue? I think right here. I do a drop of glue here on the little inside of the leg piece, and then I'm going to go ahead and slide that on. There we go. And that way it will not fall apart. So we have the front legs. We'll do the exact same to the back. I'm just gonna add that little drop of glue there. Add my legs and push. Okay, there we go. And the little antlers. This is a very, very quick craft. I love that there are different ideas for quick ideas, little quick crafts that you can do, and then longer ones. I love the idea of the tree one that we just did for a girls' night or book club, because that took me probably, I don't know, 20 plus minutes, so you can really sit down and enjoy your company while creating some decor for each of your homes. All right, and then I have my little small reindeer. Again, I did add a little drop of hot glue to the little connection points. That way it is nice and permanent. How cute are these? Let me tip them over so we can kind of get an idea for their little size. I think these are so fun, and the gold makes them look so high quality. I love them. Okay, so here are our little reindeer. They are just so sweet and fun. We have lots of different sizes. Well, we have 3. I think these are so cute. All right, let's go ahead and find box number 4. Okay, so box number 4. Some of these things I think are fun things they added for me to enjoy while I open these boxes for you. Oh, yum, a sweet treat. I love these. My favorite thing in the world is Peachos. I'm not sure of the flavor of these, but my goodness, I love these little candy gummy rings. Thank you guys. Box number 5. This says pine cone and sprig garland. Isn't their branding just gorgeous? I love everything about these boxes. I love that they have the little names of each of the crafts on there as well. All right, let's go ahead and see. Oh, so pretty. Here is a little preview of what we will be making. Garland for either your mantle, or you can kind of drape it over the middle of your table. We have cute little pine cones as well as some pretty greenery. Oh, the sprigs. That's the word I was looking for, sprigs. Okay, I'm gonna grab all the things out. Oh, we have a shaping tool. That is very handy actually for the other craft as well, the Christmas tree. I was again using a little bone folder that I had. Another thing you can use if you don't have one of these is a pencil. Anything that you can just go ahead and get a little slight curve with is going to do the trick. But here's a shaping tool in this kit. We have pine cone layers. We have a little needle. We have our natural topper beads. We also have some spacer beads. And then we have our twine. So pretty. All right, let's get started on this one. I'm going to scan the QR code because this time I would feel a little bit more confident with some instructions, and then we'll get started. I'm also going to open these and enjoy while I craft. Ooh, the green one is green apple. The first thing that it says to do is fold each sprig in half, lining up the holes. So I'm going to fold and line up those holes just like that. See how the little holes are lined up so you can see through both now. Here is the first, or this is what it looks like laying down and unfolded. You're just going to line up the little holes and then fold there. And then it says to use the shaping tool to gently curl the leaves outward on both sides of each fold. Oh, outward. Okay, so if the fold is this way, we're going to go ahead and do outward just like that. Oh, that is a nice tool. Again, if you get this craft box, the tool will be in there, but if you wanted to do this technique on other things, then you could use this tool or a pencil or something like that. But this is what it's going to look like. And then it says repeat for all 80 sprigs. Okay, I'm gonna fast forward this because you do not want to watch me do this in real time. Finished my last one, all 80 of them. I've just been throwing them off to the side. Okay, the next thing that we're going to do is remove the brown twine. I think it's this one. And we're going to measure 6 inches roughly. So I'll use my mat here. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to pinch at 6 inches and then fold that in half so we have little 3-inch loops and tie that off. The instructions are just impeccable. Makes it so easy. And so far I've only been doing the written instructions, so I believe there are video instructions as well if you want to be a visual learner, although this video is kind of helping you with that. And then with the opposite end, we're going to thread that end through the needle. I will thread the needle. Okay, now we're going to weave the needle through the holes at the base of each sprig. So, looks like it's this one. We have 2 holes. We're going to do the base. Okay, never mind. It's actually weaving through, so we're going to just do both. So I start at the bottom, and then I'm weaving both through. Okay, So I'm gonna do that with each one and put them on my string. Okay, I'm gonna finish the rest of this off camera, but I wanna show you how you're gonna finish this up. So I have about 12 inches of it done. It looks really cute and so full. So now we're gonna work on the pine cones. So we're gonna separate the pine cones into stacks. So we have large and small pine cones. And it looks like they're individually stacked by pine cone in there. So instead of by size like our tree, we have by pine cone here. We're gonna grab our natural twine this time and our needle. It wants 18 inches, so I'm going to use my mat to cut an 18-inch piece, which is right here. Okay, and then I'm going to thread my needle. Okay, and then we're going to grab one of our spacers and thread it through the needle, and it says to go halfway, and then we're gonna loop the needle back through the spacer bead in the same direction. So we're about halfway, and then I'm gonna go the same direction. So when I initially did my thread through my bead, I went this way, so I'm gonna go in the same direction, and that way it's going to secure this at the bottom, just like that. Whoops, I unthreaded my needle. Okay, never mind. It said I have to remove my needle anyway, and we're gonna thread both ends through the needle together. So that was a happy accident. Okay, we're also going to, now these are all each individual pine cones. We are going to curl the pine cone pieces. So I'm gonna do that as I go. Where's my little tool? So I'm just gonna curve those just like normal. And then it says we are going to thread them onto our little bead, or down towards our bead, just like that. And then we're going to add a spacer in between each size. So we're gonna do small, small, medium, medium, large, large. So we'll do small, small, spacer. So small, small, and then spacer. And then we're going to do medium, medium spacer. So medium, medium. Oh, actually I did that wrong. There's going to be a spacer between each individual one. So let me restart that. Okay, so again, small spacer. So it's in between each one. Sorry about that. Small spacer, and then medium spacer, and medium spacer. So then to finish it, we're going to do 2 mediums. So medium, a spacer, medium, spacer. Then we're going to switch over to large spacer and back to 1 medium. Okay, and then look at our pine cone. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. Hold on, I'm gonna hold it up for you this way as well. Can you see the pine cone? It's so cute and realistic. I love that. And then we're going to go to our large topper bead to top it off and tie a knot to secure it. Okay, so I'm going to tie a knot just like that. And then what we're going to do is we are going to use this extra bit to tie it to our garland so that we have little pine cones coming off of our garland. So I'm just gonna find a little area that I want to hang it. And it does say that once you're done with your boughs, you're going to hang this up so that you can kind of space out your pine cones accordingly. And then you can put them at different little heights and everything as well. So let me add this little guy. I'm gonna tie this one a little tight to the top. And then I will trim this off. Okay, and there is the first little section of our garland. So you'll just keep going and keep going, fluffing it as you go, Again, it might be easiest to hang this as you're working on it, but it's gonna turn out so pretty. And you'll just do the small pine cones the same as the big ones. So I am going to finish this up off camera. What I love about this too is that you can place all of your pieces right back into your box. Whoops. That way you keep it organized. So if you can't do this in one sitting, like you're waiting for kids to go to bed and you're bringing it out after bedtime like I am, then you can just put all of your supplies right back in the box, and then you can come back to it when you have a little bit more time. Package number 6, we have Peaceful Pine. Okay, inside Peaceful Pine, more trees. Oh my gosh. So is it another size? Another size and color. Oh my goodness, so we did this one. Here is another color. Now, I'm not gonna do this in front of you because you just saw me do the first one, but how pretty are these? Then you're gonna have a little trio. So I'm wondering if one of the other boxes is the third tree. Okay, I love this. Again, we just did one, so you know the steps, but there is the next size. Package number 7. Looks to be just another fun treat. Oh my goodness. This little crafty hat. That is so fun. Package number 8. Beaded and bright garland. All right. Oh my goodness. I am a sucker for felt beads. I love them. Okay, this is what we're going to be making. Beaded and bright. So fun. Oh, I love this. No craft room, no problem. This kit comes with everything you need to enjoy a creative experience right from your dining table or living room floor. I love the concept of that. All right, so we have all of our little pom-poms. We have a piece of twine. We have large beads, small beads, and of course our needle. I am going to scan the instructions so I know the order that we are going to string these, and we'll get this all done. Start with our twine. And we are going to tie a loop at one end to start. Same as last time, we are going to measure 6 inches, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, roughly. Then we are going to fold that section in half so we have about a 3-inch loop and tie a knot. That's going to be our little end. Okay, with the other end, we'll thread our needle, and now we'll start threading in a pattern. So we are going to do small, large, and I like just to thread them all on my needle and then push them down at the same time. So small, large, small. Then I'm going to pull that to the end, and then we'll start our color pattern. So our color pattern is going to start with Nectar. I love that their colors are their Concord and Ninth colors because you know me, I love their color palette. Then Brickyard, which is the red, then Eucalyptus, and then finally we have, oh, I guess Stardust was supposed to go at the front. I'm sorry, I missed that. Stardust goes over here. But you know, you can make your own rules too. Okay, so we're just gonna go ahead and follow that pattern, starting with our Stardust. Go ahead and place that right on there. And then we'll do our small, large, small bead and continue from there. Okay, I finished up and I have some extra beads, which is always nice. But how gorgeous is this? Now I'm gonna finish this by, I assume the same as last time, count 6 inches, and then I'll do my little knot. Looks so cute. All right, there is our really easy and fast garland. You know what I was just thinking is that I am prepping all of my decor for Christmas, And so by the time it's time to start decorating, I'm gonna have all this decor ready, which is always so fun. Okay, a few more boxes to go, but here is our garland. It is so pretty. I love the color combination. Okay, box number 9. Oh my goodness, I love these. A fun little treat. If you know me, you know that this style absolutely has me giddy. How fun. Thank you guys. Gift number 10. And Splendid Spruce is another fun tree. Okay, so we do have the trio of trees. These are so fun. Again, they are all in a different color. Love it. So I think we ended up doing the smallest of the trees first, and then this is the second one we opened, and then this must be the tallest. I love this. So pretty. Box number 11. Another little treat it looks like. This is so pretty. Oh, a little canvas tote. Isn't that gorgeous? So fun. How pretty. And we're on to our final box, number 12. This is called Holiday Lane. Right, Holiday Lane is, oh, how darling. And I'm loving this color palette. It is so pretty. This is a wonderful way to have a really curated collection of holiday decor. And we are gonna finish it up with creating these little houses. How sweet are these? All right, we have a juniper house. Oh, these look easy too. Oh my goodness, they're practically ready to go. Oh, I love this. Okay, we're saving the best for last. Juniper house, brickyard house, stardust house, nectar house, sea glass house, and then we have some additional supplies. So we have some enamel dots, and then we have some more glue. I'm not going to open the glue because I already opened our first one, but if this is the kit that you buy and you don't buy any other ones, you'll open your glue. We also have some foam squares, enamel dots, and we're ready to go. All right, let's go ahead and start with the sea glass house. And I'm gonna open it up, and then we have some additional pieces inside. So we have our roof piece. Look how beautiful. One thing about this craft kit, this is high quality crafting. I am just amazed by how high quality this all is. It's really, really sturdy, and I can count on using this as decor for years with it looking brand new. This is just wonderful. I am very thrilled with this. So the first thing that we want to do is it says, lay the house flat with the colored side facing up. Okay, colored side facing up. And then we are going to apply glue around the door frame. Okay, let's get all of our little pieces here first. We are going to locate our little door as well. How adorable. We're gonna add our glue around the door frame. Got a little much there, so I'm just going to do this with my finger and disperse that glue, kind of make it a little bit more tacky. Okay, so we'll just add our door, just like that. Okay, then we're going to locate this piece. We're going to fold along the scored line. We are also going to remove the adhesive, just like this, and other side. It says to also add a little bit of glue onto the adhesive every few inches or so. So we'll do something like that. And the other side. And then we're going to place this, it says along the right edge. Okay, I'll grab it here and place it. Okay, place that down just like so. Then we're going to fold the house into the shape and press those tabs together so that we are enclosing our structure. So we're gonna fold, I'll do it this way so you can see. I'm gonna attach these two sides. Okay, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm going to flip it to where that tab is here, and I'm just going to press that down. Okay, so now it is all attached together. All right, then we're gonna grab our roof piece and fold along the scored line. Okay, I did have to reference the video for this one just because I wasn't quite sure. So it's so nice that they have the visual videos in case you just need a little bit more guidance. So we're gonna grab this piece once again, add some glue adhesive, or adhesive glue. There we go. Some liquid glue is what I mean. And then we're going to line this piece up. Did they say here? Am I doing that right? Okay, yes, inside the roof, just like this. So we're going to locate this little crease in the roof. I'm gonna kind of do it like this so you can see. We're going to line this up right with the crease on the inside, just like that. Okay, and we can do the same for, oh, and you know what? There are actually little score marks on the inside. It's hard to see, but you can see exactly where to line these up if you need some help. We're gonna do the same to the other side. And honestly, what we can do is, let's remove this, add our adhesive. Okay, and then we're going to do the same thing. This is going to help, it says, to keep the shape of the roof. So it's going to have that nice pitch. Okay, so this is what that's going to look like. Very nice. Okay, then we can simply place our roof piece right on our house. And there it is. Oh my gosh, that is so, so darling. Okay, now I'm going to take the roof off while I get this all decorated, but now we're just simply going to decorate our sweet little house. So I'm gonna go to the front. We're gonna add our garland, just like this. And in fact, I think all of these pieces actually go on top of one another. Oh, and you know what? We probably use these adhesive pieces to help get a little bit of dimension here. Okay, I'm gonna do this so that I have some fun dimensions. I'm going to add my little squares, and I'm going to create a very dimensional, I'm just going to follow the little template pattern here. I'm going to add these and just create a bunch of dimension with my little bows here. There we go. Now, because I already have some dimension, I think I will just glue this in place right here. So I'll add my liquid glue right to the back and add it right to the front of my house, right on top of those second set of windows. Okay, then I have these sweet little bows that are going to go on either side, but I need to add their little knot. So I'm going to add a little bit of glue, and add the knot. So cute. And you can use a little picker-upper tool. I'm trying to use only what's in the box because I want to show you that you can do this as a grab and go. You don't need to have any extra supplies, though if you're like me and you have a lot of fun extra supplies that you want to bring in, you can do that as well. Okay, I'm going to add bows to each side. And then we can finish this off with some enamel dots. Okay, there are my sweet little embellishments. Again, then we have our little roof. I just took that off because it was easiest to have it off while I was doing all of my little embellishments. Then we have our roof right there, and there's our first house. Isn't that darling? Okay, I'm gonna finish up the rest of the houses, and then we'll have a little holiday lane of cute, colorful holiday houses. Okay, I am going to finish up the last couple, but what I thought was a really fun idea as well is that you can add some little tea lights to the inside of your houses so that when evening comes, these little houses can glow and just give a really fun look to your decor, which I think is just absolutely adorable. Okay, I have some of the houses done. I'm going to continue working on the remaining two. I'm also going to make the additional little trees, so I have that trio of trees. I love everything in this box. I cannot say it enough. The quality of these crafts is top-notch. So not only are you going to have a lot of fun just sitting down and crafting without any of the prep work, but you will be able to enjoy these crafts for years to come because these are going to keep really, really well. I'll be sure to link everything down below. I hope you enjoyed this little preview of all the fun crafts that are coming in this box. Again, you can also purchase these individually, so click on the title of the video and you'll see everything right there. Be sure to let me know which one of these little crafts was your favorite. Thank you so much, Crafted, for sending me this box and for all of the little surprise goodies for me to enjoy as well. And I'll see you all in the next video.